Good evening all. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial. I'm going to do a pasta dish. And it's going to be spaghetti noodles that I'm going to use. And you're going to need a stick of butter. I'm going to use half of it. Some shaved Parmesan cheese. Olive oil. Some salt. I use the Himalayan pink salt. Trying to stay away from the regular salt. Garlic powder, some dry thyme, pepper, some crushed oregano, and I have here 1 bag of deveined raw shrimp, and I have some parsley that I'm going to chop up, and about 4 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to come back and show you how to make the pasta dish. To cook the pasta, I put about maybe 5 cups of water to boil, and I put in about a tablespoon of olive oil, and I put some salt. You want it to taste like salt water before you put the pasta in, and you let the pasta boil till it's al dente, which means it's soft, but it's not too soft. Also with this dish, I'm making some filleted fish. So this is wild caught whiting, and it's been filleted, and basically I just washed it off with cold water and a little lime, and I added the seasonings on there, and I put a little bit of egg over it. And I'm gonna use this fish fry seasoning, which is like cornmeal and flour mixed together. I think it's about 1.5 cups of each, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna coat each piece of fish, and I'm gonna fry it in a frying pan till it's golden brown on either side. Alright, so I'm back. So in this pot I have about 2 tablespoons of olive oil heated, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my shrimp in. And I'm just going to saute it in the olive oil for a few seconds until the color starts to change. If you notice they're starting to change to pink, that means they're cooking. And I'm going to turn up my fire here a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to also add in about 4, I guess these would be teaspoons of butter. And I'm going to let this saute until the shrimp is cooked, and then when it's finished cooking, I will come back and I will show you the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, so I forgot to show you the key ingredient one of the key ingredients when I was showing you the ingredients for the dish. So I am going to use a Pinot Grigio, or you can use a Sauvignon Blanc. It's white wine, so whatever white wine you like to use, you can use in this dish. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add to the butter and the olive oil, about 1/2 cup of Pinot Grigio. And I'm going to measure it out. So 1/2 cup of Pinot Grigio. And then I'm going to let that come to a boil and allow the shrimp to finish cooking for another 2 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and show you the rest of it. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my garlic, my fresh garlic to this. You should smell how in here smells. It really smells great with this wine and all this stuff in here, all this butter and all the stuff that's in there already. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in the seasonings that I showed you. It's basically about a teaspoon of each one. And I also added in, that I didn't have before in the ingredients, some crushed red peppers, just to give it a little spice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix this up. By the way, my pasta has already been taken off the fire and drained in preparation for the rest of the dish. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in now the parsley, the chopped parsley that I showed you. And I'm going to let this cook down for another about 3 minutes, and then I'll come back and So I reserved a little bit of the water that I used to boil the pasta, the salted water. So I'm just going to add a little into that, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a few handfuls of the Parmesan cheese to create the sauce. And I'm going to let this come together, marry. And then I'm going to add it into the pasta and toss it. The pasta is back there, awaiting the sauce. So basically, you see how the sauce is coming together with the cheeses. The cheese is starting to melt up a little bit in there, along with the other stuff that I put in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch fires. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in the sauce into the pasta. Stay tuned. So here I am. This is the finished video. I don't know what happened to the last video I recorded when the pot was still on the stove. I guess my phone is full, so I had to delete a few videos. But anyway, this is how the pasta turned out. And it's very good. And I just sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on the top and some fresh parsley. So that's it. Very simple. And we're going to have it with some fish. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. And I hope you tried. It's very quick, very simple, very easy. And I'll see you next time. Have a good evening.